Former President Barack Obama is criticizing the response to the coronavirus, stepping further into this 2020 campaign. In a pair of virtual graduation speeches over the weekend, the former president urged this year's graduates to do better.
This pandemic has finally torn back the curtain on the idea that so many of the folks in charge know what they're doing. A lot of them aren't even pretending to be in charge. Doing what feels good, what's convenient, what's easy, that's how little kids think. Unfortunately, a lot of so-called grown-ups, including some with fancy titles and important jobs, still think that way, which is why things are so screwed up.
President Trump, who's criticized Mr. Obama repeatedly in recent days, had this response yesterday.
Look, he was an incompetent president. That's all I can say. Grossly incompetent. Thank you.
Ed O'Keefe is covering Campaign 2020. Ed, why do you think the former president is saying this at this particular time?
Well, good morning, Gail. Good to see you. The former president, who's largely stayed silent over the past 3 years, never mentioned the current president by name, but his criticism was evident. Members of the current administration also weighing in. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro said Sunday that Mr. Obama is now serving as, quote, Joe Biden's press secretary. Mr. Obama is expected to actively campaign for Biden through November and is using his large social media presence to their advantage, especially with fundraising. Biden himself continues to campaign from his Delaware home and is planning later this week to hold a virtual rally with voters in Wisconsin. His team is hiring up to 600 field staffers in about a dozen battleground states. They'll be in place by June, and they'll be doing the traditional get out the vote work that's been done in previous campaigns, but mostly from a distance, or at least virtually at the start. One spokesman over the weekend told me the former president is a, quote, force and will be an enormous asset for Democratic candidates across the country through Election Day. Anthony?
All right, Ed, thank you.